If you were to choose between water from a pure source or an impure source, you would probably choose water from a pure source. Similarly, the Shia choose to receive the message of Islam from a pure source after the Prophet, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, who are the Ahlul Bayt. But just who are the Ahlul Bayt? Let's find out, inshallah. The word Ahlul Bayt literally means people of the household, and is used in relation to the household of the Prophet. But the word people of the household is a bit vague, so we should probably define it more. The Shi'a believe that the Ahlul Bayt are Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, and 9 righteous individuals from the progeny of the Prophet leading all the way to the Mahdi. The Shia follow the Ahlul Bayt because there are Quranic verses, traditions from the Prophet, and rational arguments that prove the importance of following them. One of those Quranic verses that explicitly mentions their purification is in Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 33.
إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
See, the verse refers to a group of people called Ahlul Bayt, and then the verse says that Allah purifies them with a thorough purification. Sounds pretty important. We need to know who the Ahlul Bayt are, and who exactly is being referred to in this verse. In the Arabic language, Ahlul Bayt refers to the family of a person. So by just isolating the grammar, some would assume that the verse is referring to the entire family of the Prophet. And they may say that they are all purified. If we look at the family tree of the Prophet, we see that the Prophet was born to Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib, and he had many uncles, including Abu Talib, Hamza, Abbas, Abu Lahab. Wait a second! Abu Lahab? You're telling me that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purified Abu Lahab with a thorough purification? Wouldn't that go against the Quran? Wouldn't the Quran be contradicting itself?
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
The Quran blatantly calls out the evil character of Abu Lahab and his wife. And let's be honest, Allah is condemning them to hell. When we say Ahlul Bayt, it's not referring to the entire family of the Prophet. The fact is that the Prophet had some atheists in his family, so the Ahlul Bayt must be something more specific. Some make the claim that the word Ahlul Bayt is referring to the wives of the Prophet. If you analyze the previous verse, you see that Allah addresses the wives of the Prophet as he says, O wives of the Prophet, you are not like any other women. If you are wary of Allah, then do not be complacent in your speech, lest he in whose heart is a sickness should aspire, and speak honorable words. Then we get to the ayah we were on, and it begins still referring to the wives. Stay in your houses, and do not display your finery with the display of the former days of ignorance. Maintain the prayer, and pay the zakat, and obey Allah and His Apostle. Now, here's the part we've been referring to. Indeed, Allah desires to repel all impurity from you, O people of the household, and purify you with a thorough purification. So, I can see how one may easily assume by reading the previous verse and the first half of verse 33 that the word Ahlul Bayt refers to the wives of the Prophet. But that's actually incorrect. Let's look at the grammar of the last part of verse 33. which we've been analyzing. Pay attention now, folks. When it refers to the Ahlul Bayt, it uses the pronoun ankum, which, according to Arabic grammar, is the masculine plural pronoun. That means that it's referring to a majority of men. If you have a woman in a group of a majority of men, then the pronoun used is still masculine plural pronoun, or ankum. But if it's referring to the wives of the Prophet, an exclusively female group of people, then the correct word would have been ankunna, which would be the feminine plural pronoun. So we see that this last part is referring to someone other than the wives. Remember, the Shia say that the Ahlul Bayt are a majority of men, including Hazrat Fatima alayhi salam. So the Arabic grammar would support that interpretation. Let's highlight what some renowned Muslims have to say regarding this. Ibn Hajar, a top Sunni scholar in Hadith, said that most of the Mufassirin, or commentators of the Quran, believe that this verse was referring to just the Prophet, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. There's actually a hadith that addresses this very point. Hakim Naishapuri narrated a tradition from Salama, one of the Prophet's wives, where she said, "This verse was revealed in my house. After the revelation, the Prophet asked for Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. When they gathered, the Prophet said to God,
Allahumma ha'ula'i ahlu bayti."
Salama continues, "Then I told him, O Messenger of God, am I not part of your Ahlul Bayt?" He said,
أنت على مكانك وأنت إلى خير.
Just for your information, Hakim Naishapuri, the collector of this hadith, said that this tradition is Sahih, based on Bukhari's criteria for what makes a tradition Sahih. We need more proof to determine who exactly the Ahlul Bayt are. We've demonstrated who are not the Ahlul Bayt. But just to hit the point home, let's take a look at a series of hadiths that shine more light on the issue. Ibn Abdul Barr said, when this verse was revealed, the Prophet called Fatima, Ali, Hassan, and Hussein, and told God,
اللهم هؤلاء أهل بيتي فاذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
Hafiz Haskani in Shawahid at-Tanzil mentioned more than 200 narrations and chains of narrators that refer to this being just about the Prophet, Fatima, Ali, Hassan, and Hussein. In the book Sahih Muslim, which is a collection of hadith that most Sunnis believe to be very authentic, there's this hadith. Aisha reported that Allah's apostle went out one morning wearing a striped cloak of the black camel's hair, that there came Hassan ibn Ali. He wrapped him under it. Then came Hussein, and he wrapped him under it along with the other one, Hassan. Then came Fatima, and he took her under it. Then came Ali, and he also took him under it, and then said,
إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
Oh, there's more. In Sahih Tirmidhi, you find a tradition from Anas ibn Malik saying that for 6 months, the Prophet stopped by Fatima's house at the morning prayer time and said,
الصلاة يا أهل البيت إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
Reputed scholars such as Tirmidhi, Muslim, Bukhari, Haskani, Hakim Naishapuri are all saying the same thing. The Ahlul Bayt are Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. Up until now, we've established that the Ahlul Bayt are a significant, purified group of people that the Quran clearly recognizes, and this group cannot be the Prophet's entire family nor his wives, but must consist of Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. Once again, the Shia take Islam from a pure source. The Shia also believe that the Ahlul Bayt are the ones after the Prophet who have knowledge of the Quran and the laws of Islam. Their purity extends all the way to the Mahdi, who all Muslims believe in and who is from the Ahlul Bayt. Now that we've established exactly who the Ahlul Bayt are, we'd like to discuss what it means for one to be purified and how this relates to our Prophet. But we'll leave that for the next video, inshallah. Right now, you'll have to excuse me.